Subscribe or else! Subscribe or else!
I'll say this again when I talk about NRECO, but thank you guys for all the animatics and the cool shit that you've been making for NRECO. That was so much fun. I love my little playlist. I go to it constantly and we'll just like watch through the videos. For those of you who don't know, during NRECO, a lot of people made animatics from like little moments throughout, or like creating it to like songs, and it's just like so cool. So I've been like saving them all. So if you make an animatic, by the way, please put it in my fan art tag. I don't even care if I'm not in it. You can put it in my fan art tag. It doesn't matter if it's Gonathan with a G, if it's anyone else. Put it in my live tag, upload it to YouTube. Make sure it's not a short or YouTube for kids, and I will add it to my playlist. I need it. Okay, thank you very much. So Meltdown, yes, back to Meltdown. Meltdown is kind of a confusing song to understand. Even if you look up like the translate, like obviously if you know Japanese, it's still confusing. But if you look up the English translation, it doesn't help. Meltdown is basically like Nerissa in this universe's epiphany, so to say. You know, she's kind of been a little bit mad with her desires for love and attention through the whole musical, as Kiara said. And so she's kind of been so absorbed in that she can't really she can't really stop to think about anything else. You know, as we saw with like her conversation with Iris, she didn't really like stop to have a moment to consider anything. She, throughout the whole video, it's like she's looking at herself, but a different version of herself. And when she says, I had a dream where my fingers were wrapped around your neck and I was strangling you, you know, like that lyric. The person she's strangling is always herself, which seems to be a past version of herself. So it's kind of like this Nerissa in death is kind of having an epiphany, and in a sense is able to be freed from who she was, but at the same time she is also fading and disappearing at the same time. So yeah, that's why I picked Meltdown. I had like a really hard time. There were like a lot of other songs I was considering, but I just think I'm really glad I went with all of these ones because I think they ended up working perfectly. You guys have no idea. I had so many different song options. I had like 12 different songs. And I think if I were to do something like this again, I might try to stay within actual lore confines, because this was based on nothing in specific, right? Like, I mean, it was kind of based on lore, and I picked everyone based on lore specifics, but like technically speaking, it's not canon in the hololive universe, for example. So I think if I did this again, I'd really want to make something that lore-wise could be canon. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll just make a big Yuri musical where I just like kiss Liz for like an hour. I don't know. That would also be fun. I'm not sure what I'll do for my next live, but whoa, this was so much fun. It was so much fun.